Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Unlock Your Learning. In this video, we are going to solve NCERT Maths Class 6, Chapter 4 Basic Geometrical Ideas, Exercise 4.6 question number 1. So friends, without wasting any time, let us begin. It says, from the figure identify. Now, this is a figure given to us here. Okay, from this figure, we have to identify the center of the circle, 3 radii, a diameter, a chord and 2 points in the interior. There are more. Okay, so first we have these 5 here. Now we will identify them one by one using this figure. So in this figure we will basically study about different parts of a circle. Okay, like you have already seen some here: center, radii, diameter, chord, etc. Okay, now first is the center of the circle. Now by the name only, center of the circle, you must have got the idea. The center of the circle is the point which is in the center of your circle. This is our circle. Imagine this circle. So the point which will be in the center of this circle will be called as the center point. Okay, and you can see here, if you see closely, O is in the center of the circle. It is pretty clearly visible here. O is in the center, right? So for answer A, we can write as point O as the answer. Okay. For B, we have 3 radii. Now what are radii? Radii is a line segment from any point on the boundary of your circle to the center of the circle. Now what is boundary of the circle, you will ask? So boundary is this line which makes up your circle, this curved line. This is making your circle up. Okay, so this is the boundary. So any point on this boundary that connects to the center, that goes till the center of your circle, and it is a straight line, right? So any point from boundary to the center, any point from boundary to the center, any point here from boundary to the center, this is our radii. So radii is a part of diameter. We will see what is a diameter as well, but first if you see, this is A point which is on the boundary. Okay, and this is O which is the center which we have written down, right? So any point from boundary to the center of the circle is the radii. So AO is a radii. Yes, you can write it down AO or you can write OA, both are correct. Now again, any point on the center is on the boundary of your circle is B, and this is O. So this much part you can see here, this much of line is also what? A radii. This is BO. Okay, BO. Okay, then we have this C. Again, C is a point on your boundary. Okay, and it is going till point O, the center. So CO. Okay, so we have written all the 3 radii present in this figure. Then let us move on to solve the C part. This is a diameter. So we will need to find a diameter. Now what is a diameter? See, diameter is basically a straight line. Okay, a diameter is a straight line which is connecting any 2 points on the boundary of your circle, right? You know what is a boundary, right? This is like A point and C point, they are getting connected. If you see closely, A and C are getting connected with this straight line. A and C are the points on the boundary of your circle. And one thing you have to keep in mind, that a diameter always and always should pass through the center point of your circle. Center point over here is what? Oh, you can see this. Okay, and it is a straight line. Okay, so you can see AC here, AC, and it is passing through the center and it is straight. Okay, so now if you see, you can see 2 radii have made 1 diameter. So that is why 1 radii is basically a part of the diameter, right? So you see, AC is one of our diameter. AC. Then D1, a chord. Now what is a chord? It is almost same to diameter. It is again a straight line. It is a straight line. It is connecting 2 points on the boundary of your circle. Okay, but it is not necessary that your chord should always and always pass through the center. It is not necessary, although it can pass through the center point, but it is not necessary. Okay, now if you see in this, 2 points E and D, this one, right, they are getting connected together by a straight line. Okay, and also you can see they are not passing through the center, so we can consider it as a chord, right? You could have also taken AC, but since we have taken it in the diameter, so I am taking a different one. And this one is also clearly visible, so ED. This is one of our chords. Okay, you make this line whenever we write a chord, okay, or name a chord. Then we have 2 points in the interior. Again, very easy. Interior is the area closed by your circle, so you can see point P here and point O here. I have told you point O will also be considered as an point in the interior only, because again it is coming in the interior of your circle only, right? And point P is clearly on the interior. So the 2 points which we get here are what? O, comma, P. So these are the points. Okay, let us move on to solve the next part. Now, next part is the point in the exterior. Now, point in the exterior region is the region which is outside of your circle. So, this point here, Q point, is outside of our circle. So, that means it will be in the exterior, right? So, answer of the F part is point Q. Then, a sector. Now, what is a sector? A sector is the area enclosed within any 2 radii and 1 arc. Now, what is an arc? Like, arc is basically the part of the boundary of your circle, right? So, if I have this much of part or maybe this much of circle, right? So, this much of part if I take away from this much is arc, this much is arc, this is arc, this is arc, basically the part of the boundary, right? So, over here any part, this much of part will also be an arc, this much will also be an arc, like this. Now, what are 2 radii? We already know radii. It is basically a line which connects a point and the center, right? So, here you see this and this. Now, we have to see, so let us first see what are the 2 radii, then we will see the arc in that. Now, if you look closely, this arc and this radius and this radius AO and this radius BO, right? These 2 radius, this much, okay, and this much here, right? These 2 are the radii which we will take, and this will be your arc AB. AB is our arc, right? So if you see here, you can see these are the 2 radii and this arc will enclose this much of area, okay? If you will see in your book, this much of area will be shaded. So, this is our first sector. It is the sector. Sector is the area enclosed by 2 radii and 1 arc, right? So, this much area is our sector. Now, how to name it? You can write all these 3 points A, O, B to name your sector. So, G1 will be A, O, B. This is our sector, okay? Then, we have a segment. Now, what is a segment? Now, basically, segment is the, like, I make this circle here, right? This is my circle, and I make a chord here and connect it. So, this is going to divide it into 2 segments, this part and this part, right? This is what? So, each part out of this is our segment, right? This part is a segment, and the top one also here is a segment, this one also is a segment, right? So, both of these are segment. Even if you do it in any other way, like this and this here, okay, this. So, this one will also be a segment, and this one will also be a segment. So, a segment is basically the area like a bit enclosed between a chord, right? So, here if you see, this is ED, right? And this much of part here, can see this will also be shaded in the book, right? So, this much of part is also going to be our segment, right? So, now how will we name this segment? Simply you can write down the name of the chord E and D, right? This is our segment, okay? And friends, this is all for today. If you are new to my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon down below so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Also leave a like on this video. Till then, stay home, stay safe, wear a mask, maintain social distancing and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.